What's good, y'all? Today I'm going to show you how I make hard loops that can be used for Moneybagg Yo or YTB Fatt. I've been collaborating with one of Fatt's producers, Ben Mari, here recently. He's been going crazy on loops like this. He collaborated on this loop with me and made a beat to it. I'm going to break down exactly how I made this loop and show y'all the finished beat. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so for this loop, I started with a really simple idea. I just did these two chords, really just one chord, just moving this G sharp to a G, and then I knew I wanted to reverse the melody, so I was just trying stuff. I really sometimes don't even know how I end up with what I'm gonna go with, but I just wanted to keep it dark, so I just did this 2-bar and then this 2-bar. Towards the end it came out crazy, but while I was making it I didn't really know how it was gonna end up, but I knew I wanted to reverse it in the beginning. So here's the first pattern. Nothing really crazy, but what I did is I added this portal effect, this gentle one, and it adds like a warping effect. Then the flanger. Reverb. EQ. So the reverb's turned down to about 20%. The flanger, I usually like the double treble preset here. And then what I did from there, I guess the second pattern, I have it turned down 3. So it's really in D. And then instead of the pattern being I just turned it down when I recorded it out. So really it was like a 4-bar loop, and then I took a section and just chopped it into this one part here and just repeated it. So you hear it's the same thing, it's just sped up. And then when I actually did the loop, I just turned it down to D, pitched it up here. And then I did the same thing. I exported the same pattern, but this top one is with the portal effects and everything. This one is without the effects, so just the regular piano. And then I just chopped it. So originally it sounds like this. And then I reversed it and chopped it into different sections. You see, this is the same thing. I found the parts that fit and what I thought sounded cool. So I just arranged it. I sped the high piano up, pitched it up an octave, and then I reversed the sound and chopped it up into a sample. So here's what they sound like together. That's already sounding crazy. If you do a pretty cool pattern, you can take it a long way. All I did from there, of course, added the dark piano. It's a contact noir piano. You find that grand piano's extra body. If you're doing the bass notes, it makes it filled out a little more. And then I found this one shot here. I'm not sure what kit it's in, but it's this little key sound. All I did was add reverb and some EQ to it. It's really just a background sound. It's more of a sound you feel. And then just a bell. And then for the second section, when I take out the high piano, sometimes you can find some good stuff still in Arcade. I use this Distant Voices Seigaku, if that's how you say it. Turned down a lot of this stuff except the delay. Just played around with it and found this voice pattern. And with everything, sounds like this. So you see it's super cool. It's not doing too much, just like an instrument in the background. And then for the actual loop, this is how I section it out. I made this loop, it's crazy, back in I think February of 2023 or January, sometime like that. It's definitely a hard one. Hope it gets placed in the future. But I just added this bass line here this Vibes bass. It's in my Champions multi-kit. I just made the hold here, turned the attack down and the release, kept everything else normal, and just played it out into like what would kind of be like a 808 pattern, and that's all I added into the loop. You see, I just gave everything its own section, stemmed it out, and here's what the finished loop sounds like. Once I pitched everything down, added all this, here's what I came up with. Yeah, that's a crazy one. So the loop was originally in 155 when I sent it over to Ben Mari. He pitched it down to 136. He went crazy on the drums on this one. He slowed it down to match more of that Moneybagg Yo type of feel. And yeah, here's how the finished beat sounds like with the drums on it. Yo, Ben! Appreciate y'all for watching. Let me know what type of content you'd like to see from me in the future. I'm gonna keep dropping kits, cook up videos, and tutorials like this. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you in the next one.